All right. Well, this is a weekly outlook on what I want to see for the weeks for the first week of December, pretty much. Going into the end of 2025, I don't expect much. Maybe if I get a really high quality setup, I'll take a trade. But in this case, kind of just want to see where the market's heading and possibly maybe see if I can take a trade. So, starting off, this is where the market is currently at. It is market just opened just a few, maybe like 2 3 hours ago for me, and here the TPO and volume profile are pretty small, and that's actually because of the CME crash, or maybe not crash, but it went down. They closed it. So here, I'm kind of gonna disregard these two here for current session. So anything past my cursor on the right side, I'll disregard. But going over here, I definitely want to see us retrace this value area high of the TPO profile. And another area I want to see is if we do break that, I definitely think this is a level we'll reverse out of. So if we have price, let me just bring this up. Push lower and pretty much kind of find a level of buyers through that previous level that the CME wasn't really able to, transact at. I definitely want to see price maybe go down here and retest one of these levels. And realistically, I definitely could see us moving down to this value area high, maybe value or like this point of control. That'd be the volume and the TPO point of control. But we do have to kind of watch out for this. So multiple options here. We could see push here, push higher, push here, and then a reversal. Or if that's the case, might have just dump down. So it is last month, December, and 2025. So I'm not really gonna force any trades, but ideally I'd take a very high quality setup, and for me, that would be a level down here. And let's say we don't get a push down, and that isn't the case. Well, another level I'd be looking for is going back to previous weeks. So probably like a week or two from today. We can see right now price is kind of balanced. So I wouldn't be surprised if price came up to this value area high and dumped down. And a level that is within that same area would be kind of these levels here. We had pretty tight groupings here on the TPO, right? We had pretty similar volume profile, point of control, TPO, point of control. Price opened within these 3 days pretty much and closed within them. And on this fourth day here, we did have price open higher, former point of control, and then we ended up closing lower. And we did try rebidding higher, but what ended up happening was it seemed like sellers wanted to take in a level here, pushing price down and going into where that level is now, which was also pretty much close to that area. I'd definitely love to see those sellers. Sorry if I said buyers over there, but sellers over here on the left side. We're pushing price lower. I want to see us flip that and possibly push higher, or if sellers are reinterested in that price again, we could see that push down to that lower area here. So that's kind of what I want to see this week. And if I was to bring that onto pretty much a candlestick chart, I'm pretty much going to highlight the levels that I have here. So one level that I'd be looking at in particular would mainly be this. And I highlight this level because we're probably going to trade in a range at this level, and I'm highlighting this level because we had price close, so that would be a strike in my case, and we had price open, close similarly close to it, right? We had that push lower, pretty much closed at that previous day's TPO, and in this case, buyers couldn't push higher, so we pushed lower. And I definitely want to see us hold this level again, not for like a big trade, but just a quick little reversal off of it if price does go up there and we do get the right conditions. But mainly that is what I'm looking for, either this level here, so that could be that strike price and this value area high on this TPO, and down here lower see a reversal at that value area high or that previous TPO and point of control and volume point of control, I mean. And if I was to bring up a candlestick chart, if I was to zoom out, here we can see we have volume profile at that level with that point of control. And we did have a nice reversal off of that, but that was during that CME crash that day. So market price was kind of choppy. Oh, sorry, in this case, I believe it wasn't, but prior to it. And price seemed to hold that level. Value area high. In this case, that would be this gray line. Seems like a level that we could reverse off. Just looking at basic market structure in this case. And if we don't push lower and we do end up bidding higher, if I look at previous price, it is a bit laggy because I got a bunch of stuff at the bottom here. But here, I wouldn't be surprised if price did come back to this level and reverse. We do have a pretty tight volume profile here. So in this case, I wouldn't be surprised if we reversed off and maybe rebid back into it. So that's kind of what I'm looking for right now. Either of these two options would be great, but then again, it is the end of the month, or it is the beginning of the last month of the year. So not really going to try to force anything. Probably look for A+ trades, but other than that, not really going to do anything else. So that's my weekly outlook for the week. Mainly looking at those two levels for now. Something forms maybe tomorrow or the day after. We start arranging here, moving sideways, then these would be a greater interest to me. But other than that, nothing else.